Yo, new view. Scary, spooky. I've been kidnapped. This is just my bed. I'm not kidnapped. I pranked. eh. I'm on my bed because I've been out all day with my boys, and I'm very tired. I'm literally gonna lay down on my bed and make this video. So you probably can't hear me. How about that? Whew, I got my car. My friend bought me this. It's a Mustang, one of my favorite cars. I'm an American boy. Well, I'm Australian, but I love American cars, so this is pretty cool. Anyways, the topic of this video, how to find your purpose in your life and how to find fulfillment in what you do. You don't, you want to feel fulfilled in your life, otherwise that's a pretty shallow life you'd live, right? If you don't fulfill, if you don't do something with it. You don't want to live the boring routine of a 9 to 5 worker, maybe. Maybe you want to live that, but you want to do something productive of your life. And sometimes it's hard for us to find that something productive because this video is going to be very corny. Just a heads up, very corny. And I'm going to say some stuff that's going to be tough for you to listen to. I'm going to give you some tough love in this video. So, how to find fulfillment in your life? Well, everyone is born with something special inside of them. And I really genuinely mean that when I say that quote. You hear it all over the place, but it is the genuine truth. Everyone has a spark in them that's special, maybe not unique to them, but it's what makes them them. Everyone has dreams and aspirations of who they want to be, including you, including me, including the 9 to 5 worker who has the boring routine. The difference is that the 9 to 5 worker was too scared. He was too scared to take the risk to find to he was too scared to take the risk to do what he truly wanted to do. He took the easy path out. Now the problem with that, he never really understood his full potential. If I continued to be scared of making, if you can look, the first ever YouTube video I made, it was conquering procrastination. If I never made that video, I would have never realized how much I like making YouTube videos and helping others, and I'll get to that in a little bit. Actually, funny story, tangent again. When I was growing up, when I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of Minecraft YouTubers. So I'd watch Stampy, iBallistic Squid, Sunday, popular MMOs, Dan TDM. If you know, you know. And I would often imitate them. So when I'm playing a game myself, I would pretend like I'm making a YouTube video while playing it. It was super weird because I'll be talking to myself and my mom would think I'm weird. And oftentimes I'll talk to myself while I was doing stuff in the house, which is kind of autistic, but yeah, that was me as a kid. And it was kind of cool. I always knew that I had a little bit of a knack for this. Not even just YouTube, but like talking to a camera or making videos. I always knew I had a knack for it, but I was too scared to do it. If I never took the risk, I would have never realized how much I love making these YouTube videos. I would never realize that I don't care how tired I am after being out all day, taking 20,000 steps, only having a small salad the whole day, and still make a YouTube video by the end of the day and love it. I would have never realized that if I never took the risk. And maybe there's something in your life that you want to do, but you're too scared to do it. And the 9 to 5 worker that you don't want to be was in the same boots that you and I were in. The difference is he didn't take the risk. And look where life has led him to. So if you don't want to who be like him, you have to be different. You have to take the risk. Stop being a baby. I made a. This was the last video I was talking about the pain of changing versus the pain of staying the same. You should watch that video if you kind of relate to this side of the video. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk about, maybe you don't know what you want to do with your life, and you are ready to take the risk, but you don't know what risk you want to take. For that, you should. What I found value in is finding what's important to you. To you, everyone, fundamentally, we all have different DNA. We all have different genome. So we are fundamentally different. And intrinsically inside of us, there are different things that we hold value in. Me personally, naturally a very soft-hearted, empathetic guy. And I love the idea of helping people, helping needy people who are less fortunate than me. And I'm not saying that to try and boast or boost my ego or boast. I'm telling you the truth. That's what I genuinely find joy in. And I'm sure there's something in yourself, if you look deep enough, that you will find. If you look enough inside yourself and ask yourself what you find value in, you will find something that really clicks with you, and you think, yeah, that's something that I value. If you ask yourself this, if you had $10 million, what would you spend it on? If you had $10 million in your bank account, what would you buy? And I'm not talking about material stuff or cars or watches or clothes. I'm talking about other stuff. What would you do? What else would you do with the money? Me personally, yada 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 yada. I would like to build that. Maybe you, yada 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 yada. You can maybe journal it. Maybe you can ponder on it. Close the TikTok, close the YouTube, and ponder on the question. What would you do if you had $10 million? During January to February for 2 months, I closed all social media contacts. I have this is funny. I closed all social media contacts without telling my friends about it. Did not go outside at all. I went gym. Besides that, didn't really go out, and I just pondered on the $10 million question, but also not just the $10 million question, but just in life in general. And I pondered what I want to do with my future, etc., etc., etc. It went to that point because I never responded to my friends' messages. One of my friends thought I legitimately was dead, and he full on called me. He's like, "Oh, is this you, bro? Are you good?" And then he full on came to my house. It was super wholesome and cute, also kind of stupid, but yeah, that was a funny thing that happened. Yeah, you don't need to go 2 months hardcore. I think maybe 1 week to 2 weeks even. Actually, no, 2 to 3 days. 2 3 days. Really stop using the hyper-stimulating technology. Put it down, and think to yourself for once in your life. What do you want to do with the remaining lifespan you have left on the earth? Because the most fulfilling life you can live, the most fulfillment you will feel when you're on your deathbed, is when you look back on your life and see all the positive impact you've left on the people that you've met. That is what will make you happy with the life you've led, the life you've lived when you're taking your last breath. Alright, that's my 2 cents. It's gonna be hard to do the 3 days, I know. But if you do the hard work, you will realize, when you realize what you want to do and then take action on what you want to do, you will be infinitely ahead compared to everyone that's on your level. I promise you that. That's an Isa Ahmed guarantee. Alright, stay hard.